Prime Minister Mark Carney is pausing his election campaign today for meetings in Ottawa as Canada braces for another wave of what U.S. President Donald Trump calls reciprocal tariffs. Simone Gavras joins us live from the South Park in Burlington on more with what we can expect.
Well, Emily, Trump is referring to today as Liberation Day. Now, we're still waiting to hear all these details about what these reciprocal tariffs are going to entail. Over the past 2 months, we've been seeing these 25% tariffs being added. Some experts are speculating that we're going to see perhaps another 25%, maybe lower, but this is going to be applied to all countries, including Canada. And this is the details that are going to be coming out later today at 4 p.m. The White House says that once these tariffs are announced, they're going to go into effect almost immediately, and many companies, different industries are already concerned about the impact this is going to have on them. The back-and-forth trade war has been ongoing for more than 2 months. U.S. President Donald Trump paused some of the tariffs that initially went into effect March 4th for 1 month. That includes 25% tariffs on Canadian goods, plus a 10% tax on Canadian energy. It's still unclear whether the temporary pause will be lifted today, but that's likely going to be discussed during the announcement. Now, a week after the tariff introduction, the U.S. put 25% tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum. Since then, Canada has added nearly $60 billion worth of retaliatory tariffs on U.S. imports. Now, the auto industry is bracing for rising costs and possible job losses with the 25% tariffs on all auto imports into the U.S. That's going to start being collected tomorrow. Flavio Volpe, president of the Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association, says that within at least a couple days, the auto industry will come to a halt. And he says there's still no clarity about what happens with derivative steel components.
So if I'm making a hinge or a bracket that is of the steel that comes from here, I don't know yet. I have to try with Customs and Border Patrol to see if that part gets an additional 25% on it. And so the steel, the auto tariffs, and the universal tariffs could make Canadian parts and cars 75% more expensive. If they were going to shut down the industry at 25%, imagine what's going to happen at 75%.
Now, all eyes are going to be on this announcement from U.S. President Donald Trump that's coming out later this afternoon at 4 p.m. And then we'll wait to see what Canada's response will be. We'll have all those details tonight at 6 and 11 p.m. and on our website at chch.com.